Now to our big story here at 5. The battle over the oil pipeline in Mobile continues. A hearing is wrapping up to decide if Plains Southcap will be granted permission to pursue the pipeline through Mobile's water supply.
A judge ruled last month in favor of Plains Southcap. Local 15's Modupe Idowu is live from downtown Mobile. Modupe, this hearing is all over a piece of land.
It is, Kim, and it just wrapped up just a few moments ago. But this hearing today is really about who has greater public use. Is it MAWSS, which serves more than 200,000 people serving their water, or is it the crude oil pipeline Plains that will be pumping lots of crude oil through the watershed? And can the two coexist if the judge decides to go forward? And that's what they're really talking about today. They also asked, does Plains pipeline, will it interfere with MAWSS's ability to provide service? Plains argues that it will not interfere, and they plan to build the crude oil pipeline using horizontal drilling, I'm told, which means that they would not touch the surface of MAWSS's land by building the pipeline about 90 feet below the surface and away from the water pipes that MAWSS already has underground. Now, while Plains touted other extra preventative safety measures, MAWSS argues that an underground pipeline does not allow for maintenance. In other words, it could never be excavated or replaced, and MAWSS attorneys believe in the event of a leak, no one would be able to clean it up properly. In fact, the water company today questioned Plains' response in the event of an oil spill. And in a study commissioned by USA's Dr. Welton, it states that thousands of gallons of oil could leak in a matter of just minutes before it was even detected, which brings up another concern for MAWSS, which is how do you know when to shut off a pipeline and how will you do it? Plains says they can control it and shut off valves with a remote system in Texas. It's run by a satellite and cell service, but here's what MAWSS attorney Don Beebe had to say to that.
Sounds very nice, but the problem is, what do you do in a hurricane when you've lost all communication between cellular communication as well as satellite communication, and you don't know what's going on in that pipeline?
Okay, so now Plains says, as you mentioned before, that the judge had ruled in their favor, that they had eminent domain power, and they're saying that because they have eminent domain power, that they're covered under the Pipeline Safety Act, which states that all other law or any other things or arguments that are brought up would be preempted by it. But MAWSS has rebutted that, saying that they have to keep the drinking water safe, and they're citing the Safe Drinking Water Act. So it's a lot of going back and forth, and like I said, we were here all day since 9 o'clock, and testimony just wrapped up. So they'll pick back up tomorrow at 9 a.m., and they're expecting for this to last for the next 3 or 4 days. But for now, reporting live at Government Plaza, I'm Modupe Idowu, Local 15 News.